The morning train with Derek, the best ride of the day. Iowa's favorite country. 7.
You know this fact, right? The best ride of the day right here on the morning train. It is 27 before the top of the hour. Still 20. No, we jumped. Hey, look at that. 33 degrees, man. That was way off. 33 degrees right now in Fort Dodge. See, that sun's doing its job. We're going to get to a high today of 50 as our day goes on. It's going to be another great one and even better as we get into the rest of the week and the weekend. Look at your K97 weather coming up in just a few. But if you haven't jumped on our Iowa's Favorite Country K97 Facebook page yet to watch my conversation with Rachel, the director of Almost Home, you're missing out. So make sure you do that. Or you can listen right here on the airwaves, of course, or one of our audio streams. Every Wednesday, we get to talk about the fur babies. And today is no different. And Rachel joining me this morning. Good morning, Rachel.
Good morning.
How you doing this morning?
Not too bad. How about you?
Sun shining, temperatures climbing. We're doing all right.
Not complaining.
Not complaining at all. So let's talk about Almost Home Humane Society like we do, and let's talk about the fur ball. Now, how is that going? Because it's an online thing happening.
Yeah, so our fur ball ended on Saturday. We had our silent auction all week last week, and the auction we were able to raise over $3,000 through the auction.
Nice. Nice.
So that went really, really well. And then Saturday night we had a Facebook Live event that also went really well. And if you weren't able to catch it Saturday night, then the video is actually up on our Facebook feed to watch anytime now.
Fantastic.
So hop on and watch that. It was a lot of fun.
Absolutely. You know, as great as it is to do these things virtually, there's going to come a day here very, very soon when we'll all get back to doing these things in person, like the fur ball, like it used to be.
I hope so.
Yeah, we're getting there. We're getting there. I have confidence we're getting there. So eventually it'll happen. But yeah, it'll be nice to get back to doing the fur ball and your other events that you used to have with Almost Home live and in person as well. But, you know, doing it virtually has also been a great way for you guys as well, because I know your online adoptions have been fantastic ever since it started.
Yeah. You know, we did 500 adoptions in 2020.
Wow.
Just under 500 adoptions. So we're not hurting that way.
Let's keep them going, shall we?
We're getting animals out the door. Yep.
Fantastic. Well, real quick, Rachel, tell everybody how you can go online and adopt your new family member from Almost Home Humane Society.
So our website is almosthomeiowa.org, and Iowa's all spelled out. And then at the top, there's a click on that.
Little bit of glitching going on with Rachel right there. Looks like she's kind of frozen up just a little bit. Is she going to unfreeze? She's going to unfreeze. Looks like she's stuck right there. So let's do one of these things. And let's pop her back in. Oh, she may have to re-sign in again. I don't know. It's just one of those Wi-Fi things, you know. It just slows things down sometimes. Rachel, I know you're listening. If you just want to just sign out and sign back in, that would be fantastic. Because we got a blank screen going on. There we go. She's going to pop back in here very soon. There she is. Hi, Rachel.
Sorry, our Wi-Fi is not great.
Well, ours isn't the best, so it could have been on our end too. So it's the daily struggle we have. You know what though, Rachel? And not to get off topic, but we just are absolutely dependent upon computers and Wi-Fi nowadays. And so when it doesn't go like we want it to, we're like, oh no, what do we do now?
Yeah.
You know? We don't remember the old days where we just talked on the phone or whatever. But anyway, yeah, it's a struggle. But when it works great, right?
Yeah.
Absolutely. Like right now, you're just moving like you should be. Everything's looking good. You're talking. Your mouth is matching your words. It's fantastic. So we were talking about things when they get back to doing normal. Virtual is a good thing, and then we got into the online adoptions. You were just started to tell people where they can go online and adopt their next family member.
Sure. So almosthomeiowa.org, Iowa all spelled out. At the top, there's a button or a tab called Adoption, and then right there is a link to our adoption application. You get that filled out, and then a staff member will call you to get a appointment time set up so you can come on in and check everybody out.
You know, I think it's fantastic, Rachel. Rhonda once told me when she was on with me that she thought the longest you had any pet at Almost Home was maybe a year and a half. So that means you are finding families for all these fur babies very quickly, which is just so beneficial to them.
Our average length of stay, so the average amount of time that an animal spends here is about 3 months. Wow. And that's normally, 3 months is average. So we had a dog go home within a day. We've had animals, was it 2 weeks ago? We had our longest resident cat got adopted, and she had been here for 2 years. for no
Nice.
particular reason. She just sat here for 2 years. You know, sometimes it's a day, sometimes it's a year. It just really depends on the animal and what people are looking for at the time.
Well, that's fantastic. She got a forever home after that long wait. Good for her.
Yep, she sure did.
Good stuff. Good stuff. Well, let's talk about the reasons that Almost Home is here, and that's because you are such a service, not just to Fort Dodge, but to our entire area. And you do not receive government funding. You literally are in existence providing the great service that you do on the generosity of others. And so because of that, we need that generosity to keep transitioning to you in many, many different ways. There's so many needs that Almost Home has, just like the rest of us do. So let's talk about some of the top needs that you've got going on right now. I'm going to guess Clumping kitty litter sitting right there on the list.
As always, you got it. Yep. You know, we're doing a lot of cat adoptions right now, which is very typical for wintertime. So we're adopting out a lot of cats, which means that we're freeing up room for more cats to come in, which means that we're replacing litter at a very high rate. So clumping kitty litter, as always. We do prefer clumping because it's more sanitary. It keeps the smell down. It's easier for the staff to use, but we will use non-clumping if that's all that you can get us. We'll use it. So anything you can get us litter-wise is fine. We do need kitten chow at the moment. We're coming up on springtime, which is kind of kitten season for us. So we're going to start getting some babies in here pretty soon. So kitten chow is something that we'll be in need of very soon. And then we're still waiting on some dog treats. So
got to treat the dogs. My goodness.
I know.
We need to get that taken care of. So again, clumping kitty litter preferably, but kitty litter of any kind. And I agree with you. You don't want to just shred up newspaper and have them use that because that doesn't work very well. So kitty litter of any kind. And then also let's get some soft cat food, some kitten chow because we're going to have kittens coming in, and treats for the dogs. Man, come on, we got to get some treats for the dogs. They deserve it. At least with the nicer weather, you're able to get them outside for a little longer time, right? And enjoy the dog park.
Yeah, we have, this room behind me here. We rotate dogs in and out of this room throughout the day to get them out of their kennel, stretch their legs, and it's connected to a yard outside. And then on the south side of our building, we do have play yards. And so we kind of rotate dogs in and out. So they've got some time out in the fresh air. Now, all of our dogs have access to their outside kennels, but it's not that big. So throughout the day, we get everybody out and everyone gets some playtime and some one-on-one interaction.
That's fantastic. That's fantastic. With the weather being nicer, that helps out quite a bit as well. Real quick, before we get to our feature pets of the week, let's talk about the dog park because people can still get a membership for that, especially now, again, that we're looking at 50 degrees today. And Rachel, we're going to tap into the 60s next week. What a great day, time to get your dog out, let him or her run a little bit.
Yep. So our dog park is an awesome, feature for our community. We have people that come out regular. We have people that come out once a day, every day, 2-3 times a day with their dog just to get them out to run, to play. And we have groups of people that will meet the same time every morning. And I pull in and there's Lola the Mastiff out in the dog park, and I wave hi to her every morning. But yeah, if you're wanting to sign up for the dog park, there are some fees that apply and some rules that apply. But just give us a call here at the shelter and we can walk you through everything. We do require that your dog be up to date on vaccinations for everyone's health and safety, and require that we have copies of that on hand here at the shelter. So just give us a call. Our number here is 955-8343, and we can walk you through everything.
And Rachel, when you talk about fees, we've talked about it before. I don't think you're not going to find too many things that, when you break it down, are cheaper than a membership for your dog park. It's something like 60 cents a day or something like that. It's like next to nothing. Maybe it's even like 28 cents a day. It's like next to nothing. So very, very good to get your membership for that and get all signed up for that as well, especially since we're looking at some warm weather ahead. Well, let's talk about the features. Who are we highlighting this week, Rachel?
So this week's dog, his name is Otis, and I don't know. Oh, he's outside again.
Is he nice?
Yeah. Oh, there
good for him.
Let's see here. Come here, handsome. There you are.
Look at him. Hey, buddy. Oh, how awesome. Look at him. He's just playful as can be. So what breed is Otis?
He's a pit bull mix.
Nice.
He's about 1.5 years old, and we actually have him and his dad here at the shelter.
Oh, wow.
Their owner, her health wasn't super great, and so she wasn't able to physically handle either one of them anymore. Very sweet, very strong dogs would need ideally a very active family. They have their basic obedience down, but they'll need a little bit more work. But he's very, very sweet. She had originally rescued them from an abuse situation. So they're a little slow to warm up to new people. It took us a couple of days to get their trust, but then once they warmed up, they absolutely love us. So those are my favorite dogs, honestly. the dogs that take a little bit to warm up to somebody, because once you've got their loyalty, you're good. You know, they'll be your best friend forever. Those are my absolute favorite dogs.
That's awesome. And one thing I think we should do, since you said he's a pit mix, we need to dispel the myth about pit bulls, because pit bulls have gotten a lot of bad press over the years.
They do.
And, you know, every time you hear about a dog biting somebody or a dog attacking somebody, it seems like they always got to throw in a pit bull or a Rottweiler. And you know better than I do, Rachel, working it every day. Pets, dogs, cats, people. We are products of our environment. If you're going to be treated bad, you're going to be mean. That's just how it works, you know. So it's same with a pit bull.
Dogs don't bite for no reason.
Right.
There's always a reason behind it. And sometimes you know, a lot of times when they come here, the animals are scared. And if you push that fear far enough, they're going to snatch. I've been bitten by a couple of dogs here, you know, but I don't blame them. That's, you know, fear. 9 times out of 10 when a dog bites, it is out of fear. And it's up to the human to decipher that body language and not push that dog over that point. Absolutely. You know, and to be fair, I've been bitten by way more small dogs than I have big dogs. So I don't know.
You know, the little ones got it.
I'm telling you.
The little ones, they got to prove that they're just as tough. That's what it is.
Chihuahua and dachshunds are the worst.
Oh, that's fantastic. You know, and a lot of times, Rachel, you get pets that you have no idea what their history is. So we don't know what they've been through. And because of that, that's where that fear factor, that defense mechanism kicks in. You know, I mean, it's, again, product of your environment. So don't label a dog just because it's a pit bull, just like we shouldn't label people. Don't label a dog or a cat by their breed. You know, give them a chance. They're products of their environment. So on the cat side, who do we got today?
We have Shirley. She is a senior kitty. She's about 8 or 9 years old. She came to us. She wasn't getting along with the other kitties in her house. Come here, Shirley. Yeah, you go.
Oh, she's a pretty girl.
She is super, super sweet, very, very lovey. She's just not a huge fan of other cats, which is, oh, hi, sweetheart. Okay. You want to come here? Okay. Hello.
She's pretty.
So that's Shirley.
Hi, Shirley.
Would do best in a home without other cats, but would be fine with like a laid back dog. I was telling Jay earlier this morning, she'd be perfect for like a retired couple.
Nice. Just
very sweet, laid back, won't get into things. Just, oh, okay. That's my shoulder.
Oh, look at her. Yeah. Hi, Shirley. Hi.
She's like, hear other people talking.
Yeah, that's Shirley.
Figure out where, that's all. You know, Rachel, that's a great idea, especially for people maybe, like you said, that are retired. But think about people that are retired or maybe like snowbirds or something. You know, adopt Shirley and put Shirley in the RV with you, man. She'd be great to just have along for the ride and go south or wherever you're going. That'd be cool. Absolutely. All right, so we got all that going on. We got to find Shirley a home. And it was Otis, right?
Otis,
dog? And he was as cool as could be. We got to find him or a home as well. And of course, you've got others as well. You can look online at Almost Home Humane Society or on their Facebook page and see what pets are up for adoption. So make sure you do that. Rachel, before we let you go, I want to show you a couple of comments here. Dawn says, last week we delivered some supplies you needed. Hey, thanks, Dawn.
Thanks, Dawn.
Very, very much appreciated. And Christine says, I'm going to deliver dog treats this weekend or next. Awesome. Thank you so much for that, because the dogs need their treats, man. When they're good. Hey, we like our treats when we're good, right? So when they do something good, they need to be rewarded for that. So fantastic, Christine. Thank you for that. Rachel, to you and the entire staff out there, God bless you guys for all you do. Keep up the great work. And again, you're a real blessing to our community and then our surrounding communities as well. We appreciate all you guys do.
Thank you.
You bet. Have a great day, and get out with the dogs and enjoy the nicer weather.
Oh, I sure will.
All right. Talk to you next week.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Rachel, the director of Almost Home Humane Society right here in Fort Dodge. And again, anything you can donate. And as we've said many, many times during this Wednesday segment that we do, think about your own pet, what you go through. If you can multiply that times 100, that's about what Almost Home's going through every single day. And again, they are in existence because of the generosity of others. They do not receive government funding. It's based on everything they can get generosity-wise through fundraisers and so forth. So anything you can do, think about what you use. I'm sure they could use the same thing. And anything you can do to help out, I know they greatly, greatly appreciate it. Almost Home Humane Society right here in Fort Dodge. It is 12 minutes before the top of the hour. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we got to look at your K97 weather on the way. And we're going to continue with the What You Want to Hear Wednesday. Stay right here on the ride.